Our first story is from South Asia, where Cyclone Ditwah has once again forced us to confront a critical question. Are extreme weather events becoming our new normal? And if so, how prepared are we? Late November 2025 saw Cyclone Ditwah tear through Sri Lanka and head towards southern India, bringing catastrophic rains, floods, and destruction. The death toll across the region has climbed into hundreds, with thousands missing and millions displaced. But Ditwah isn't an isolated storm. It is part of a terrifying pattern of violent cyclones sweeping across South and Southeast Asia. Here's our report.
Extreme weather events have become more common than ever in the Indian Ocean. In the latest, and after wreaking havoc across Sri Lanka, Cyclone Ditwah caused mayhem in southern India, triggering intense rainfall and widespread alerts across Tamil Nadu and Puducherry. Cyclone Ditwah has already left a devastating impact in Sri Lanka, with at least 410 people dead and nearly 200,000 people being forced into temporary shelters as rivers burst their banks and entire towns were submerged. Sri Lankan President Anura Kumara Dissanayaka said the storm had triggered the largest and most challenging natural disaster in the country's history.
As a country, we are facing the largest and most challenging natural disaster in our history. We also recognize that what we are undertaking is the most difficult rescue operation in our nation's history. This is the first time the entire country has been struck by such a disaster.
During the same window, and in one of the most unusual weather developments the Indian Ocean region has seen in more than a century, last month, a cyclone formed over the Strait of Malacca, a stretch of water that is considered almost cyclone-proof. Cyclone Senyar emerged in a basin where storms simply do not form. In fact, meteorologists note that the last time a cyclone was recorded here was back in the 1880s. Senyar triggered severe floods and landslides across Indonesia, Malaysia, and Thailand, which is a rare tropical storm genesis near equatorial latitudes that is now more frequent thanks to warmer and moister oceans.
Since last night, we've evacuated tens of people, about 50 people in a village nearby. We've also evacuated people who were stuck in the floods, tens of them, women, babies, and elderly. The situation now is very difficult because the stream is rough and ground conditions are making us unable to access certain locations.
Meanwhile, on India's eastern coast, the rhythm of urban flooding grows ever more familiar every year. In 2023, Cyclone Michang battered Chennai and surrounding districts with relentless rainfall, with more than 40 centimeters over 48 hours, inundating streets, submerging homes, disrupting transport, and damaging infrastructure. The Indian Air Force had to deploy helicopters to drop relief materials directly to stranded residents. Then, in December 2024, Cyclone Fengal dumped the highest rainfall in 30 years on Puducherry and Chennai, causing flooding, flight cancellations, and even electrocution deaths. Most visibly, the Chennai International Airport shut down for roughly 16 hours when 2 runways and a taxiway were inundated. These repeated disasters are not coincidence. They are symptoms of a warming planet. Studies show sea surface temperature is rising steadily, especially in the Indian Ocean and Bay of Bengal. Warmer waters fuel cyclones by increasing evaporation and atmospheric moisture, giving storms more fuel. As a result, storms are intensifying more rapidly near coastlines, and rainfall during cyclones has become heavier. And for coastal cities like Chennai, where rapid urbanisation, encroachment of wetlands, inadequate drainage, and unplanned construction have long weakened natural resilience, these storms are turning into recurring disasters. So, the bigger question looms, are we as governments, societies and individuals evolving fast enough to keep pace with these worsening climate threats? Because climate experts warn, storms like Ditwah and Senyar may no longer be once-in-a-decade anomalies. They may be a new and dangerous norm. Urban planners, coastal communities, and disaster management systems must brace for more powerful, wetter, and unpredictable storms. For millions living along the Bay of Bengal and the tropical belt, the answers we give now could determine their future and their survival. The warning from these cyclones is clear. Our climate is changing faster than our preparedness.
I rose from the army with medals on my chest. I spoke of freedom from colonial chains, but I tightened my own. I filled prisons with ghosts. Nearly 500,000 people were butchered under my rule, and I trusted only my paranoia. I gave myself grand titles. I claimed to be Africa's strongman. History calls me something else, the dictator. Who am I?